Many residents are still dealing with the effects of last night's storm. Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Sonia Shrivastava.
And I'm Byron Scott. Thank you for joining us. Well, is April 15th come and gone and you still haven't filed your taxes? Well,
the state comptroller is launching amnesty program for delinquent taxpayers. And joining us to talk more about that is our very own Rochelle Metzger. And Rochelle, certainly, I'm sure a lot of people want to hear about this.
Well, actually, Sonia, Byron, this was something enacted by the General Assembly. There were two previous programs in 2001 and 2009. So for residents who did not participate in those and who owe money to the state, they will have an opportunity to pay up at a significantly discounted rate. Now, state waivers will be granted for qualified applicants who file on time and meet the terms of the Act Now, File Now amnesty program. Applications will be accepted starting September 1st. Comptroller Peter Franchot urges Marylanders who owe money to take advantage of this limited time offer.
There are a certain number of people that are tax delinquents. Many of them are tax deadbeats. They just don't pay it. So to incentivize them to get off the dime and come in and settle up with us, we're going to forgive the civil penalties that we normally charge for late payments and half the interest. And for a lot of these folks that haven't paid for a number of years, that's a big chunk of money, and they better take advantage of it. It starts September 1st and ends the last day of October. But that's it. And I don't think we'll have another tax amnesty, as we call it, for another 10 years. Because we hate.
Now, taxpayers can either pay their outstanding debts in full with their application, or they can pay 10% of the amnesty amount and set up a payment plan. Now, these are the taxes that are eligible for amnesty. It's personal income, fiduciary income, pass-through entity non-resident income, corporate and employer withholding, as well as sales and use and amusement taxes. Applications will be available by the end of August and accessible online or upon request by calling 1-800-MD-TAXES or emailing the comptroller's office. Now, Franchot did tell me that this is something enacted by the legislature, something they wanted to do. He doesn't really like to reward bad behavior, so he only sees doing this every, say, 10 years or so. But the legislature sees this as a way to generate revenue, and they expect that this program could bring in anywhere from $18 to $30 million for the state in fiscal year 2016, and around $4.5 to $5 million for local jurisdictions like Prince George's County.
Okay. All right, thank you, Rochelle. I guess we can see both sides. Money coming in, better than nothing at all, right?
But you don't want people sitting there at home not paying their taxes thinking, oh, in 5-10 years I can just get a discount.
All right, thank you. Well, a liquor store employee is lucky to be alive tonight after a car crashed into the store. It happened around 10:30 this morning in the 7400 block of Annapolis Road in Landover Hills. Vijay Galati says he heard a big bang and was just a few feet away from where the front of the car crashed.
I just looked back over there. My other employee was in the back over there. Suddenly I heard some noise. There must be some banging outside. Then I was over there. Such a big noise was there. I just slipped on the floor over there. And I suddenly see all the car coming inside, everything coming down. I just call the guy, come run outside, run outside. Then I become everything falling down, beer, wine, and everything start falling down. The ceiling came down, everything.
Now, Galati says the female driver was going at least 60 miles an hour when she crashed, and after that she told him that her sugar was running low.
And the Bowie gas station, no match for overnight storms. It was around 1:30 this morning when winds blew over the canopy of a Shell station, crushing 2 gas pumps. Some of the employees say they couldn't believe what they saw when they came into work this morning.
I found out by the news about 6:30, and I looked at it and had to take a double take because I was like, is that my shell? Oh no, that can't be my shell. And of course it was my shell. So when I came into work, I saw all the damage, and I'm here just waiting.
I wasn't sure this was my job or not. I almost drove by it. Like, you know, it's one of those things that catches your eye and you're like, and before you know it, you almost miss your turn to get in. And it's just a surprise.
Well, thousands of homes in the Bowie area were also without power this morning. Meanwhile, motorists who passed through Lockford Vista Road were inconvenienced on the morning commute because a tree fell down from the storm. Road was blocked, still blocked as of early this afternoon. And a 16-inch water main break in Wheaton has forced the evacuation of some houses and the closing of a section of Georgia Avenue. Here are some of the pictures of the scene. You can see the flooding at this house or this area, Wiseman Road. Several homes reported damage due to the flooding there. Georgia Avenue Avenue southbound is shut down between Shorefield and Henderson Road. WSSE expects traffic on George Avenue to be impacted through the evening rush. No word on what caused that 68-year-old pipe to rupture.
Wow, some amazing pictures there. Meantime, 3 individuals are displaced after a blaze rips through a single-family home in Fort Washington this afternoon. It happened in the 800 block of Newmont Street. Now, officials say most of the damage occurred on the second floor of the home. Fortunately, no one was injured. The cause still remains unknown.
And a Forestville teen has been reported missing, and police need your help in finding him. Here he is. 16-year-old Aladumari Iyadeji was last seen yesterday on the 7 a.m. on the 1900 block of Altamonte. The teen, police say, 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighs 180 pounds. If you know anything about his whereabouts, call police at 301-772-4911. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Byron Scott.
Yes, you are. And I'm Sonia Srivastava.